Hey, Matt Morris, welcome to the Unemployed Millionaire Show. Breaking out the pad and easel here. When I got started in network marketing, what's interesting is this is actually how we presented before PowerPoints. So wanted to cover a topic that is it's just interesting. It's one of the main reasons why people drop out of network marketing. In fact, when I owned a network marketing company, I hired what is, or at least was, the #1 retention firm in network marketing. And what they had done is they went out and they surveyed thousands and thousands of distributors or representatives that had quit their network marketing organization and asked them the main reasons why. And what's interesting is the #1 reason why people quit was missed expectations. They expected it to go a certain way, and because it didn't go that way, they ended up quitting. So in most cases, they thought it was going to be easy. They thought it was going to be a lot easier than it was. And so, you know, I've always kept that in mind, and part of my training is always wanting to tell the truth and to be real with people. Because if someone thinks, wow, this is going to be so easy, I'm never going to have to struggle, and they realize the truth is they really do have to struggle, then, you know, they end up falling out. And so what's interesting is when people get into network marketing, this is what they expect the success curve to look like. It's like, I'm going to get in, I'm going to enroll some people, they're going to duplicate, and they're going to duplicate, and they're going to duplicate, and, you know, I'm going to live this amazing success here. So this is, you know, success, this is the lifestyle. And every top earner I've ever met, and, you know, myself, 20 years in network marketing, have built organizations of well over 700,000 people, generated hundreds of millions of dollars in revenues, and it didn't work this way for me. In fact, even in my current organization, there's been some groups that have obviously really taken off, and in other cases, there's been reality. And I want to share with you what I think reality looks like in network marketing. I don't think this is it. You don't start here and then just have a straight line to success. What it really ends up looking like is more like this. Now, sometimes, you know, it doesn't just jump off. Sometimes you're flat for a while before you end up having some success. But what happens inevitably, whether it happens in the beginning or you're flat for a while and then you start having some success, every $1 million earner I've ever met, myself included, multiple times have been through this. This is the real curve, and it's you have some success and then it falls back. And, you know, you build a group, you get to 30 people, and 20 of them quit. You're left with 10. Or maybe you enroll, you know, 10 people and all but 1 or 2 quit. And so you come down into this valley, right? And this is where you get frustrated. And what it's very easy to do at this point, is to blame your upline. It's easy to blame your company. It's easy to blame the tools. It's easy to blame all kinds of things. And what I want you to really understand is it is just part of the game. This is the reality for most people. Now, obviously, there's a lot of things that you can do to help prevent attrition, which if you watch all my videos, then you'll learn some of those things. But the reality is it's going to dip down. And I'll tell you, just over the last couple years, I said about 2 years ago, I started building a new team, and it grew really fast. You know, I got to, what was it, about 440 people in this organization. And what's interesting is I had a big group fall by the wayside. And so I went from 440, I went all the way down to about 162 or so. Now, that's a pretty decent fallout. Now, most people, what happens when they see that kind of fallout, what do? They quit. See, this is what kills most network marketers. It's this space in here. This is why people quit. And what I call that is the valley of death. Okay, so that's the valley of death. Now, some of you watching me right now, you may be in the valley of death. Some of you may be watching this because you have already quit your organization, and maybe you're still hanging around watching some videos trying to figure out what you did wrong. I'll tell you what you did wrong is you quit in the valley of death. This is the biggest reason why people never build huge organizations. It's why they don't become $1 million earners, and realize that if you want to be $1 million earner, you are going to go through the valley of death at some point, at some level. And so I'm going to tell you how you get out of the valley of death. This is exactly how I got out. My organization went from 440 down to about 162. I lost my rank, my income went down, and I had the choice. I can either be super frustrated, and I was for a couple days, but I understood this because I had been through it before, and here's what I knew to do is to just keep walking. If you're walking along this path here, sometimes you're going to be walking up the hill, sometimes you're going to have to go down. And sometimes you have to go down in order to get up. See, when I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, there were times where we climbed up to about 15,000 feet, and then we had to climb back down to about 12,000 feet, only to go back up again. But we had to go down to get up. Sometimes in network marketing, you have to go down in order to get up. So the key is you just keep walking. What did I do? I kept showing my presentation. I kept introducing people to my opportunity. I kept sponsoring people. I kept getting new people started. I kept mentoring people. I kept investing my time and my energy and my knowledge into other people so they could have success. And guess what happened? That 162 went back to 400. It went back to 1,000. It went to now several thousand just within that organization that I started, a couple years ago. So here's the key. If you're going through the valley of death, just keep walking. Now listen, this is a big lesson. It's obviously very simple, but it is one of the biggest reasons why people quit. It's going to be the biggest reason why people quit your organization. And so personally, I want everyone to know this. Part of the reason why I record these videos is obviously because I want to help the entire network marketing profession, but listen, I also want to help my organization. I want everyone on my team to see this. Why? Because it's going to help them stay in the business. It's going to help them keep showing the presentation. It's going to help them to keep walking. So I think it is critical for your organization to know this. So either you share it with them or share this video with them, because if not, they're going to fall by the wayside. So hopefully this added some value. If you're not subscribed over at mattmorse.com, hop over there, put your name and email address. You'll get these videos in your inbox. And if you're not getting these on your Facebook wall, you can hop over to facebook.com/theunemployedmillionaire, and you'll get these on your wall on your Facebook. So hopefully this added a ton of value. Go make life an adventure.